We're going to start the work session off for April 14th, 2026. Just a kind of quick prototype of how we're going to run it. We've got some agenda items. We're going to go over those real quick. We're going to go into executive session during the work session. We'll step out. That should be relatively short. And then we'll come back. And the reason we got a chair right there is I was out. Well, I wasn't out, but I was technologically out at the last meeting. And I'll be happy to sit there and answer any questions anybody's got. So we'll handle that from there. So approval and consent of the agenda, basically for the March 24th regular meeting, the work session meeting, the executive session, and the April 8th call session. Any questions, comments, or concerns about any of those? Fair enough. Consideration to approve the city manager's recommendation to engage Fulton and Kozak to approve an audit scope and objective for FY24. And then ultimately it's the same thing for FY25. I want to go ahead and speak to that, Mr. Marcus.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. So before you this evening, as the mayor said, is a engagement letter from Fulton and Kozak, which is our CPA firm and our auditors, to go ahead and begin the process of our fiscal year ending June 30th, 2024 audit. And just in the expediency of time, we wanted to go ahead and get an engagement letter signed for the fiscal year ending 2025 audit, understanding they will run back to back and not at the same time, because we have to get the 24 done, and then there's our baseline for our 25 numbers, but this will save us some time in the process of just going through that. So those are the two documents before you for consideration this evening.
Fair enough. Questions? Mr. Quah.
No question.
Ms. Lana.
No question.
Ms. Wynn.
No question.
Mr. Collins.
No question.
Fair enough. Item 3, consideration to approve the city manager's recommendation to enter into an agreement with Interdev for the comprehensive IT and assessment and GIS block. Mr. Marcus.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. Again, what this agreement does is this company had previously been engaged to do a top to bottom network assessment of the city's network, and talking with our IT team and IT professionals. Some of our equipment is on the older side and a little bit outdated. They have some concerns, as do I, about our network security, understanding the investments that this council has put into smart city technology, internet, enhanced Wi-Fi capabilities. We want to make sure that this city is not susceptible to ransomware attacks and some breaches that some of our adjoining partners have been. You've seen Stockbridge got hit, Henry County Board of Education got hit. And giving our position, we want to make sure that our network and our security is up to date and we can protect the citizens in our city from any such attack. So this will do a top to bottom network assessment, tell us where we have some vulnerabilities, how do we fix that? What are some things we need to look at in the upcoming budget cycle for maybe some enhanced cybersecurity protections? And then on top of that, as you will notice, there's a block of GIS hours in here as well. And that's to help out police department wanted to start doing some mapping of our local camera systems, flock cameras versus city-owned cameras. And then we want to start using our GIS database to do some stuff in preparation for the presentation that we did earlier today with Downtown Morrow and cleaning up a lot of that work. So that's that agreement that's before you this evening as well.
Questions? Mr. Quah.
No.
Ms. Wynn.
No question.
Ms. Lana.
No question.
Mr. Collins.
I got a question, Mary.
Yes.
Didn't we just do an IT upgrade a couple of years ago?
I think we purchased a number of different things. I think this one is just an assessment to see where we are collectively, where our weaknesses are, what do we need to have. And I think this team was actually engaged, and then they just didn't, they were asked not to complete.
Is this the same team?
I don't
Well,
know.
so this team was engaged to perform this audit. It never got started. So the agreement was terminated before they ever started. So the assessment was never completed.
I'm good.
Okay, good. Ordinance 2604, and this one is basically imposing a 180-day moratorium on the acceptance of applications and permits for construction of freestanding sign supports and to repeal conflicting things. We've just opened up a couple of view corridors on I-75 and a number of different things. There was a discussion with a private sector player with another private sector player that maybe would start to put some additional signage in our city, and especially on I-75, for an example. And we want to be able to control that. Right. So we own a large number of the properties there, and we want to be able to say, as we start to get into some of our comprehensive designs, where it makes sense, right? And some of that would be ours, of course, and some of that may be somebody else's. So putting the moratorium in place basically gives us a chance to plan for it. Fair enough. Questions? Mr. Quah?
Okay.
Ms. Lana?
No question.
Ms. Wynn?
No question.
And Mr. Collins?
No question.
Fair enough. Do I hear a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion properly seconded. All those in favor say aye. Mr. Quah?
Aye.
Ms. Lana?
Aye.
Ms. Wynn?
Aye.
And Mr. Collins?
Aye.
This one truly will not take long for what I believe, so we should be back here probably by, say, 6:45. And then if y'all want to grab yourself a cup of coffee, I'm going to literally sit at that stool right there and answer any questions anybody might have for as long as you want to talk. Call the regular meeting of the Morrow City Council, April 14th, 2026 to order. If you'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence, and please keep the prayers of the Public Works Director, Brandon, and his wife in your prayers, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Approval and adoption of the March 24th, 2026 regular meeting minutes, work session minutes, and executive session, plus April 8th, 2026 special call meeting minutes. Any questions, comments, concerns? Hearing none, do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I hear a second? Motion properly seconded. All those in favor say aye. Mr. Quah?
Aye.
Mr. Collins?
Aye.
Ms. Wynn?
Aye.
And Ms. Lana?
Aye.
Motion carries. Consideration to approve the city manager's recommendation to engage Fulton and Kozak and to provide audit scope and objectives, and we're going to do them both at the same time for FYI 2024 and item number 2 for FY 2025. Any questions, comments, concerns? Hearing none, do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion properly seconded. All those in favor say aye. Mr. Quah?
Aye.
Ms. Wynn?
Aye.
Ms. Lana?
Aye.
And Mr. Collins?
Aye.
Item 3, consideration to approve the city manager's recommendation to enter into an agreement with InterDev for the comprehensive IT assessment and GIS block of hours and to authorize the mayor to execute any related documents. Any comments, questions, concerns? Hearing none, do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion properly seconded. All those in favor say aye. Mr. Quah?
Aye.
Ms. Lana?
Aye.
Ms. Wynn?
Aye.
And Mr. Collins?
Aye.
This is a first reading of an ordinance for basically a moratorium. So the second reading will be the next council meeting. I think the conversation is in the back. You've heard the city manager's discussion or my discussion, and it's related to basically just a moratorium so we can basically handle billboards and other effective sections. Executive session, we had 2 items in executive session. Item 1, do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Properly seconded. All those in favor say aye. Mr. Quah?
Aye.
Ms. Wynn?
Aye.
Ms. Collins?
Aye.
Mr. Collins? And Miss Lana?
Aye.
He is literally going to shoot me one day. All right. Item 2, do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Gosh, all those in favor say aye. Mr. Quah?
Aye.
Miss Lana?
Aye.
Miss Wynn?
Aye.
And the Honorable Mr. Collins?
You got it right. Aye.
General comments. Do we hear any comments from the audience? Hearing none, comments from the city council. I'm sorry. Oh, you're going to hit me twice. This will be good.
Nice, isn't that? Just want to mention the Saturday, the Ag Fest, the collaboration with Clayton County Extension Office. They're putting on that, and we're just hosting it, and just invitation to citizens to come out and support.
Where's that at?
Angel Creek,
Angel Creek.
Do we have a flyer on that?
you should. It is.
I'll get one. But IT, you know,
Yeah,
somebody find me a flyer. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Comments from the council. Mr. Quah.
No comment.
Ms. Wynn.
No comment.
Ms. Lana.
No comments.
Mr. Collins.
Yes. If you did not come out to the presentation today, I think you missed an opportunity to see a big part of the future of Morrow. Excuse me. I think that this mayor and council has put together a team of well-connected people in the county to help with our economic development and grow our city and to help generate the tax revenue that we need to move it forward. I have the utmost confidence in the team that's been put together, and I think we're going to see some good things in the future, and it's well overdue. Not only is it going to help the city, it's going to grow the county as a whole. And I've always said that with the construction and operation of the convocation center over at South Lake, that we're going to be the epic center of Clayton County. And I can't wait to be a part of it and watch the future growth that we're going to have here. And remember this, it's not for us, it's for the future. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. And I'm going to be all in supporting that team to help move this city forward. Then we'll be able to afford that fire truck that the chief did. Thank you.
Hopefully.
I agree. And for those of you who weren't there, we'll have some marketing material that's out there. But there's several people on that team. Obviously it started with being able to pull in, Landry Murkison from the county, significant amounts of experience. So that's your team leader one. And today we were able to showcase Dr. Anthony Smith, which is the former superintendent of schools. His connections go back in this county 40-some years. And we could go down a list of additional people that were there. But the point being is we're very happy to have them on this team. We've got to be able to implement. Right? It's now it's go time, and couldn't be happier. There'll be some trials and tribulations out there. You put a lot of strong-minded people on a team. Will be fun to watch. Both in our best day and our worst. I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to bet on. Right? Some of them are going to win, some of them are not. But that's not the point. The point is that that's what it needs, right? Is you got good ideas that come out there, they should be tested, right? We should try to figure out where our best resources should be. You heard us talk earlier about reallocation of some of the resources. We want to put it where our best opportunities are too. We've done some things events-wise and others that we're going to try to push back into the private sector. We've had some restaurants that say, some of your vendors are competing with me. Why would you do that when I'm over here and I'm a restaurant and I've been here a long time? We heard you. So some of the smaller stuff we're playing. But I won't tease my hand because it's not mine to play. But I got a feeling you're going to see something being played here real soon that's going to shock your socks off. And it'll be interesting to watch. All I can say is it's not my play, right? But I'd love to tell you, but it's not a wish. I want to see you see it for real. Then we can sit there and sit in an arena and watch a concert, and then you can tell me what you think. How about that? I appreciate you greatly, and meeting adjourned.